help you get a better knowledge of self, is exactly the tool that you need to overcome those blockages that you don't know you have. You know,
Right.
I used to do motivational speaking in the Denver Public Schools for 10 years, and I used to tell a story of a little block this big, 1 inch by 1 inch triangular block. And you could put that under the wheels of a train, and no matter how much juice they pour on it, that train won't move. That little block. But if you remove that little block, and that train starts rolling, and it gets that thing called momentum, and I would talk about this high school, and it would come in one end of this high school, and it would go out the other end, and it wouldn't even slow down. In our life, we are held back by little roadblocks that we can't see and we can't perceive. And sometimes other people can look at us and say, hey, here's a roadblock that you have. But you know what? It's so much more magnificent when you can look at the person who is you and say, hey, look at that roadblock I never knew I had.
Right.
And so that was just my 2 cents. Aaron,
I love that. That's a great analogy.
well, thank you. Oh, here we are, dosing. So you put about 5 different levels of dosing, and I thought that was so helpful. I started talking about, you know, how I measured out my doses yesterday, and I decided I was going to take, you know, 2 grams, and so I was able to precisely know with safety and with assurance that I wasn't going to take so much that I was running wild naked out in the front yard, but I knew that I was going to take enough where I was enjoying it. And you know, and then you explained about penis envy being a kind of a better high quality, and so I was kind of cautious with that. And
Yeah.
you know, so I'm just going to talk about, you know, microdose, 0.02 to zero point 0.5 grams. And then you go into the effect, what you can expect. The effect may be difficult to notice right away. Journaling is recommended for all mushroom experimentation. But with the microdose, you'll be looking for a small shift, slightly improved energy, improved mood. And then it goes on. Then he goes to a mini dose, 0.5 grams to 1 gram. And then a moderate dose, 1.25 to 2 grams. A large dose, 2.5 to 3 grams, the effect will be strong. Your whole job will be noticing your insights, feeling, and emotions. And the effects of previous dosages will shine through stronger and more clearly. Deeper insights and perspective shifts will occur. Amplification of emotions, be they happy or sad, depressed or euphoric, will occur. And you know, and then you go to the macro dose, 3.5 to 5 grams, and then the shamanic hero dose. You know, when you told me you did 7 grams, I was in awe, because my friend Barb, who is she's a psychic that's been on the show. She's 75, and we did mushrooms with her a couple of times. But she did a 5 gram dose for her radio show, and it was very enlightening for her. Ego death. Ego death. That was the word I wanted to talk about. Golly, so many things keep coming that I want to talk about, Aaron. So talk about ego death.
Ego death, it sounds scary, but it's really not. It's really when just all this like debris of the day-to-day grind falls away and you truly feel and realize like, oh, we're all part of one thing. I'm connected to everything, and the only thing that's really permanent and not changing is nature, which I am a part of that as well. And it just makes all these stresses, you know, and they can be big stresses, just makes them sort of shrink down into the bigger picture of we're all just part of the universe, we're all part of nature, we're all connected, we all are part of the divine. And that